Now you can hear me, right? Yeah, I think you can. Sorry about that. Windows has that kind of weird intelligence where it always, if there are like 17 different microphones available, it automatically picks the one that doesn't work. Not sure how you program that when you can't even make a word processor that actually allows you to scroll through pages and stuff. But yeah, well, of course I'm making the obvious common mistake of assuming they want to do better. And I apologize for that because I know I'm doing all of us a huge injustice with that. Welcome. This is not, I repeat, not a Microsoft Office complaint stream. This is an interactive writing stream. And that means we have this story over here, which is a very good story, I can assure you. I wrote it myself, so I should know. And that's already the first specific element of this unique stream. I didn't actually write it myself, not alone, because we all wrote it together, and isn't that beautiful? I think I wanted to try with the light and with the window, but I don't think this is working, so I'll just close the window, and I think the light will be better for you, so you don't miss out on my beautiful face, which is, of course, a very important element of this stream. The other important element is this is a story which we write together, and the third important element is the chat. And yes, that's the order of importance. The chat, you can find the link below this video, and probably it's included in the post that got you here, if you got here by a post of mine. And the chat is in Discord, because that's easier to moderate, and I think it's more handy in different ways, so I closed the YouTube chat. If you want to interact with me in different ways, let me know, it's possible. You can write comments after this is no longer live. And yeah, what I recommend is the Discord. So you can go there and then you can tell me what you think of the lighting of my video. Maybe you don't think my face is all that beautiful, then I should use another one. Let me know. It's interactive. This is an interactive live stream, and that's of course the special thing about it. You can also not just influence the lighting on my face, you can also influence this story. This is the beginning of the story. We're already much further along, of course. We were somewhere around here in our last live stream, and this is where we shall continue right now. And I would encourage everyone here to participate. Maybe you want to ask questions, maybe you want to give me some sort of input, maybe you just want to tell me what to write. Everything is possible and everything is encouraged within reason, of course. So, first things first, I had an idea, and I want you to vote on that idea, because I wouldn't go so far as to say I wrote myself into a corner, but you remember last time we had a lot of talking about how to get from Sam and Munira are two weird and annoying people in the lobby who they want to get rid of, to those are two people I want to have a meeting with in my office and talk seriously about how I run my care facility. And I think we can get there the way we started off last time. Everything is much easier if you're actually able to perform magic, I think. So that's one way to get around most difficulties in our story. But I had another idea, and that idea might be helpful, might even provide an interesting, I hesitate to say twist, but maybe an interesting new angle, which we haven't included so far. And that idea is either Lara Kaczmierz, who is one of our employees of the care facility, I'm not sure. They're not protagonists, they're not antagonists, and I'm not sure if they are side characters. They probably are, but she's one of them. Thank you. The chat is still talking about my face, which is very reasonable, because as I said, it's basically it's kind of the most important thing. I should maybe, which reminds me, there's something wrong here if you ask me. So let's do it like this. And what I was going to say is right. We have Lara Kaczmierz and we have her colleague who's called Ruth Gabler. And then we have the person sitting behind the reception desk. And they all kind of represent this care facility. And what I was going to say is one of them might have heard about the first Magi. Oh, but how is that possible? They are such a secret cabal, I hear you ask. But no, remember, at least one of them has already met with the Chancellor, I think. One of them has, well, I don't know, basically freed everyone from a prison. And Sam has been quite subtle in their approach because they just kept the deportation from happening with no cameras and nothing there. So that's probably not the way. But the other things, one of them might have heard something on the radio or maybe even seen a news report from Berlin or something like that, with people reporting on the fact that, I don't know, somebody broke into the Chancellor's office and forced him to talk to them, and also then they flew out a broken window afterwards, just way into the sky, something like that. We can write the details or we cannot write the details, but what I'm going for is right now, one of them might have heard it on the radio or on the news and thus might be already halfway convinced that there is a group of powerful magical beings who try to use their power for some sort of result which is not yet clear, which might induce them to react a bit differently when they put the parts together and actually come to the conclusion that Sam might be one of them. Sam has performed much more subtle magic than flying away through a window, but they have performed a bit of magic. They behave in a weird way, so one of them might suspect at least that this is somehow related. And I remind you, everything we're writing here is happening in Berlin, so it's not even very far away from the Chancellor's office, so it might make sense for them to at least consider the possibility that the weird person standing in front of them is one of the Magi. And they might then agree to meet Sam and talk to them, well, out of plain fear, or maybe even self-interest. Maybe they think, okay, now there is a very powerful magical being right here in my lobby and wants to talk to me. Maybe I should try to use that opportunity. Because you don't get that every day. Even as a leadership personnel, you don't get that every day. And I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but it is an idea, so I want to put that out there, and also I want you to vote on it, so it's not my fault if it doesn't work out. So I will now proceed to write into the chat something along the lines of #poll. Oh, and I should also, oh, I forgot, I need to switch my voice recognition, or probably it's more like speech recognition in this case, right? I should switch it to English, because otherwise it will provide low-key funny but not very useful results. What do I need to do? I need to open a user profile. I need to open that user profile, and then I need, oh no, I don't need to cancel that. I need to, this is just cancel culture gone too far. I need to be open for the English profile. Here we go. So just let's I mean we can have a civilized discussion about that, can't we? Poll. And the poll is still not quite used to the new keyboard, but getting there. Poll. Has anyone, open brackets, from, well, from within the care facility, heard of the Magi and thus might be influenced by that foreknowledge. This is, of course, so far just a simple yes or no question, so I'm going to go with just a thumbs up and a thumbs down. But if you vote yes, then you probably can already imagine there will be more questions along those lines. Like one of them might be, for example, how will they react? Of course, I will do that much more elegantly, but that will be the gist of it. So you can prepare for that if you plan on voting yes. And also, maybe that's something for the millions of people watching on YouTube and not daring to actually enter the Discord right now. You might be interested in the fact that there are not a lot of people participating in the Discord. So you are not one of many. Your vote actually matters because probably with one vote you can already change the result. And just so you know. All right, maybe you can't, because we have a very clear, unanimous decision by everyone involved that my idea sucks. Okay, well, fine. Then do it yourself. That's okay. I was being facetious there. It was meant to be funny. Yeah, thanks. Somebody even took the cue and asked for me to come back. That's very kind of you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. That's what everyone who leaves the room in a huff is hoping for, and I love you for it. Thank you. So, yeah, well, let's forget all about that and just go on with what we were already doing. For now, let me read what happened last time. Not everything, of course, but just to get back into the story. Where to start? Maybe here. Can't we just throw them out already? Kashmir said, I have things to do and people waiting for me. But Ruth Gabler's look had changed only a bit, but Munira noticed it very much. There was now a real question on her face, but she was not ready to admit it yet. Sure, she muttered with a sour smile. You're a rich angel investor just walking around Berlin, stumbling into random care facilities to give them money and perform weird tricks in their lobby to impress them first. Makes perfect sense. She was still hostile, but Munira saw very clearly that her hand was now lowered all the way and resting at her side, and that she was actually waiting for an answer. And to Munira's malicious enjoyment, she also saw very clearly that Lara Kashmir noticed it too and was all out annoyed by it. She put her hands on her hips and rolled her eyes again, this time not at Sam but at her colleague, but she didn't say anything. It's not just money, Sam responded, and I do not subscribe either to a belief in angelic beings nor in a system of morals that would make them a reasonable concept. But I am offering you help. I represent an association that is interested in improving the lives of... The sentence trailed off while Sam made a vague gesture into the air and cupped their chin with the other hand. Well, everyone almost, they continued. But we have to start somewhere, and this is where I decided to start. So how about giving me half an hour to convince you? All right. So then, I have never heard of this person, although I suppose someone taking the Chancellor hostage should have made some sort of impact on the news, but, well, apparently the chat did not like that idea. Sorry, I'm gonna stop kidding now. I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna be serious again. And now we have to decide how much longer we want to, what's the right word for that? We want to prolong is not quite what I'm going for, but something like that, this scene. And my personal inclination would be not very much. So I think I would like to conclude this part of the conversation now and get to a point where we can reasonably cut to Woodgobbler's office, which is what I think I want to do. We just need to get, we still need to get there, I think. We could conceivably cut to Woodgobbler's office from right here, but I don't think it feels right yet. I think one response, maybe another sentence might do the trick, but we're not there yet. What to do? Maybe... I was thinking about having her say 10 minutes, but maybe that's too straight to the point, because then they have already won. That's already the meeting. We're already there. So we could cut that and go directly to the meeting. So maybe a tiny bit of resistance still, and maybe that will even give us sort of comedic effect, you know? Like you sometimes do that in funny movies where someone says, well, I'm sure you'll never get me on a plane to that spooky temple to find that golden crown that's probably not even there. Cut, everyone is sitting on the plane that's landing right in front of the temple or something like that. So that's what we could try here. Or, of course, we could try a more serious approach. One thing that we could do is have Lara Kashmirsh say something like that, like maybe, I'm not sure if this is going anywhere, but let me try. It's all about the attempt, you know. If you never try something, you can't find out what happens. And the good thing about doing this when writing a story is there's not a lot of really bad things that can happen. Like if you approach the idea of entering that old temple with that mindset, might not be good for you. But if you're writing a story, well, the worst thing that can happen is you delete what you wrote. Or, well, I guess actually the worst thing that can happen is you don't delete what you wrote. But anyway, the what do I say? The level of danger involved is much lower in writing. That's what I'm going to say. Especially if you're like me and don't depend on your writing and don't have a lot of impact. So if I write something horrible, I guess the damage one could reasonably expect is just I will feel ashamed for a while if I find out, and if I don't, then the two people who read it will feel a bit ashamed on my behalf. I can live with that. You might have noticed. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna try using my speech recognition. Open quote. Wood, comma. That's the one thing Dragon really can't do very well, of course, and especially if it's set to English, German individual names, but the rest should work all right, I think. If you actually decide to waste your time with these clowns, comma, you can do that, comma, but don't expect me to be a part of this farce. Almost. Yeah, but I think you will agree the rest worked pretty well, and I didn't even pronounce farce very correctly, so it's a forgivable mistake, I think. Maybe we need a little physical reaction before that. What did Lara Kachmin put her hand on her hips? Let's do it like this. Lara Kachmin crossed her arms and gave a little huff. Can you do that? I think we can do that, right? Her. Maybe we can remind our audience that the person behind the reception desk is still there. Did we give them a name? I think we did. Does anyone remember the name, or I can scroll back? I will leave the screen for a minute again. But this, oh, why did no one tell me you can't read what I'm writing? Because I made my own image comically large for a joke. Sorry about that. Here you go. It was intentional in the beginning, but it wasn't intended to stay.
Ah, yeah.
I just did it for a quick little throwaway joke. It wasn't meant to be the future for everyone and all the time. You know, like if you put like these kind of like these little funny name tags you use if you go to a party or something like that, and when you go home you forget to take them off, and well, nice people would remind you. Epiphany says, no, bring back the beauty of your face. Oh, thank you. But I think you will come to appreciate the beauty of our commonly written, or what do you say, of the story we're writing together. You will learn to appreciate that too. I thought it was meant to be our future. There was future, says Gekrimble. Oh, I love you all. Although I'm beginning to swear, are you maybe not even here because you like me as a writer? Am I being objectified here? All right. Give a little laugh. So, yeah, right. The receptionist. Let's go back to them, her, him. I don't remember which pronouns we picked there. Munira, and I'm feeling Chancellor. When you ask, here we go. Oh, this is difficult. Spicy. We need to scroll a lot. Why not both? Says Gekrimmel. Yeah, well, I can live with that. I can live with both. Isn't there even a gift for that? Wait, there's a gift for that. There's a gift for both. Yeah, right. Here you go. Strategy fighting. That's no apprentices. No, this is already too far. I don't know about the actual, puts in a great quiet person. There we go. Behind the desk, flamboyant. Even where's the name? Receptionist. Crack in a voice. Okay, Kai Wegener. Ugh. Receptionist. Simon right away. Don't worry. Sorry, forgot. Receptionist. I think there was a name somewhere. Or did we even write it down? I do have a notes file, you know. I have a file filled with notes. Maybe there's a name, but I don't think so. Maybe there was no name. Is that possible? So it's not in the notes file. So I'll go on searching here. Yes, little much. A few minutes later. Here maybe. Someone calls them by name at some point. If it's all the same to you, colleague, yes, well. Because I promise I can get pretty annoying myself. Lara Kashmir, what's going on here? Surprise, I'm trying to say. Good day to you. Maybe Tomke is the security person, and I don't think any receptionist names are still coming up. I don't think so. Nope. No. So no name. That's fine. I would join you. Set the receptionist with a with a smile, slight, cheeky. Let's go with a cheeky smile. I don't want to miss out. Jesus, I told you I'm not quite used to this keyboard, but I'm getting there. I don't want to miss out on how this, well, maybe just on the rest of this. Now I realize, I said I didn't want to go on with the scene much more, but I think this way it's okay, because there's actually stuff happening and we're exploring characters and it's entertaining. And it's not more of the same, because that's what I meant. I didn't want to go on just having Ruth and Lara say no and Sam saying yes please and more of that. But this is okay, I think. But still, I would like to conclude this scene pretty soon. We just need to decide how. We need to get to a point. Well, maybe just we can just go with that. Ruth Gabler sighed a bit. What do I say? I don't want to say embarrassedly, because that's a bad word. Although I think it's grammatically possible, right? I could say in an embarrassed way, but I don't want that either. What can we do? I don't think embarrassedly is probably not even in the, no, it's not in the dictionary. But it's a grammatically possible word, right? It's just one doesn't use because it sounds awkward, right? But still, that's enough for me in this case, because I don't like it. Uncomfortable, humiliated, nervous, ashamed, shamefacedly. Funny enough, that word is in use. People say shamefacedly. Although if I hadn't heard it that often, or read it that often, I think it would feel just as awkward as the other one. So, uncomfortable, maybe, nervous, mortified, humiliated, discomfited, ill at ease, proud is the antonym, of course. Mortified, maybe that. Maybe we can just do it without the adverb. Maybe we can do it just without the adverb form. But still, what word do I want? Uncomfortable, self-conscious, ashamed, nervous. It's all a bit, either a bit much or a bit little. I want something a bit different from mortified, nervous, or self-conscious, but below ashamed. And that's maybe I'll stay with embarrassed. Sighed and rolled her eyes. slightly, or maybe side and shrugged. That's something I need to look out for, because overdoing these non-verbal actions in dialogue is a classical beginner mistake for bad writers, like having your characters shrug and sigh and roll their eyes all the time. I do that. Proudly. Not always. I wouldn't say always proudly. Sometimes I like it, but I don't. I think I overdo it. If I don't watch out for it, I definitely overdo it, and maybe I still do. And maybe I'll go to writer help for that. But as always in these discussions, I would like to know who else is there before making my decision. Because there are some people I really don't want to meet, and I'm not sure where they will go. I imagine it will be a big place, so it's probably easy to avoid them. Slightly embarrassed. To be honest, she said, at this point, neither do I. You have 10 minutes. And you don't get coffee. One of the difficult decisions writers often have to make: do we want to be specific, even having to sacrifice accuracy? Or do we want to be accurate, or do we want to be vague? And in this case, it's even in speech, but it's the same in descriptions. Of course, coffee in this case, is, well, it can mean just coffee, but it can also be like a past pro toto for refreshments. Usually in an office, if you go into a meeting and someone offers you coffee, you can usually ask for tea or water, or maybe even, I don't know, juice or a Coke, depending on where you are and how they're equipped. But I think I'll stay with coffee. Or tea, water, drinks, refreshments. Refreshments is too formal for this, I think. It's something a butler from the 19th century would say, and I don't feel this is the place for that. And of course, this might feel something unimportant to worry, but then again, first off, of course, a story is the sum of its words, hopefully more, but you know, it's yeah, and every single one counts. And well, you might have noticed I'm writing that for people whose minds work a bit like mine, because the others don't like my stories anyway. Krimmel says, I think coffee works fine. And if I get hung up on this, writing it, then I'll probably get hung up on it, reading it too, or at least I might. And there are things I want my readers to get hung up on, and there are things I don't, and this is one of them. So I think it's fine to think about this kind of thing, because that's what writers do, goddammit. So just in case you were wondering. That's my justification, and I'll stick with it. But if you think coffee works fine, let's stay with coffee and get on with it. Can I quote you with this?
I knew you would do that.
I won't offer you coffee, says Epiphany. Let's do that. Of course. Let's do that. You're right. That's nice. Whoop. Of course, I missed out on the most important word. There we go. And now there's a space too much. Here we go. So, yeah. And I won't offer you coffee. That's fine. Sam replied in a cheery, breezy tone of voice that I'm just going to go with nullified, which is a bit weird, but I think fitting weird. That nullified the potential insult, or at least, oh, that's just, it's okay. That nullified the potential insult, and of course the comma goes before the quotation marks in this case, because we are writing in English. Really, people, get it together. This is important. It's all in the details. Remember what I told you. Tone of voice that nullified the potential insult, and here's a comma again, I think. It would have been bad anyway, full stop, close quote. And I'm not sure if this will stay in, but I'll write it for now. You can say that again. No. Have you forgotten again? The comma goes before the... What are you even there for, chat, if you don't help me with this kind of thing? I'm not even sure who you are anymore, because, you know, you rejected that idea I had. And I don't know, that doesn't feel right. People rejecting my ideas, that doesn't feel right. I thought this was something that only happened to other people. You can say that again. Lara Kachmir, I think that's how we wrote her. Mumbled while turning away and leaving them. And I think this is the place to cut to the meeting. Contradict me if you enjoy that kind of thing, you know? If you are that kind of horrible person who enjoys contradicting nice people like myself. If you don't mind hurting my feelings. Epiphany says, I thought it was too soon for the Magi to become notorious, but you could have made it work. I'm sure I could. No, thank you. That's very kind of you. The thing is, just to explain it again, I was not thinking they're already famous or something like that. I just thought if someone, well, I think I explained it again already. If someone did these flashy things, that would be news. We will have to deal with that, by the way. So you can already start thinking about it, because we will have to deal with that news thing, because we live in a world where there's not only television and radio, there's Twitter, there's TikTok, for better or worse. There's, oh God, there's all kind of things now. There's Threads, there's Blue Sky, there's the thing with the mammoth. And yeah, right, Megalodon. That's it, I think.
Just an app.
Yeah, right. Seriously. There's all kinds of social media. And I think this kind of thing would be all over social media as soon as one person with a phone finds out. So we will very soon have to make a decision how to deal with that thing. Like maybe, I don't know, having someone look at their phone and then drop it and turn to someone else and say, have you heard the Chancellor has been abducted by a flying person in a wheelchair or something like that? I don't know, a person in a flying wheelchair, whatever. And I picked a very extreme example, and we haven't yet written that this happened exactly like that. So that's just to clarify, not that you now hectically scroll back to the cat cafe scenes and look for the part where we described the Chancellor being abducted by the Magi in the wheelchair. I don't remember who it was and what the name was, but we haven't written it like that. But I think we explicitly said one of them visited Olaf Scholz. And of course, that might have been inconspicuous. Like he went into his office and they just sat there, talked to him for a while, and then they left. So there might not be video of it or something like that. He just might have been a bit surprised, and that's it. And he probably wouldn't at least it wouldn't be public news yet. But yeah, you know where I'm going, and I already said it. We will have to deal with that, maybe not right now, but we should do it pretty soon, because it doesn't feel real otherwise. When big things happen, that's all over social media. And then people talk about it, and we need to show that, I think. Soonish. If we ever get that far in our writing stream, of course. I'm being an optimist here, you know me. Yeah, all right, bad coffee. Next scene. And I think the next scene will indeed be the meeting. Or does anyone? I'll give you a poll. I'll give you a poll, because why not? Here we go with the poll. Will the next scene be the meeting? Or do we want to switch to someone else, question mark? Just to give you the chance to tell me if you want to do it differently than I. Because this, you might not have noticed, because I don't make a big deal of it, you know, because it's just the way I am. This writing stream is interactive. So yeah, and now we need emoji. One for a meeting. So what's a good meeting emoji? Because right now I feel like using fitting emoji. Maybe the jellyfish. No idea why that shows up in a search for MEE. Different language? Is there a language where jellyfish means me? I don't know, but let's go with that. Meeting. And the other one is someone else. Someone else, huh? Why not? Someone else. Now you can decide. It's up to you. Remember those fake interactive stories? I'm trying to give you the emoji, but it doesn't work. Now it works. I'm just unable to click. Here we go, there they are, you can click them now. Remember those fake interactive stories? Like, I think it was especially bad in, well, I think, let's go through with them, because I will want to give you some time for voting. For one, there are the written ones in books or magazine. What do you call that? Comic. Is a comic a magazine, or what is it in English? Because it's not a book. You do say comic book, don't you? But do you do that? Yeah, what do you call those thin comic? In Germany we say Hefte, but what's that in English? Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I want to know. I want to know. Nah, you wouldn't say that. You can say that, but it's not the word I'm looking for. And the funny thing is, I'm even a follower of Linkara, so I hear someone talking about comic books basically every single day. And I think they mostly talk about books. Or they just call them, I don't know, the pronames, like he talks about reading from a trade. I think if you're a comic pro, the book part usually goes without saying. I guess. But that's one sentence Linkara uses very often. So trade is often. Well, let's say comic heft. What does that mean in English? Comic book. Just means comic book. Or just comic. But what does heft? Are there good words for heft? Booklet. Issue. Probably. Well, you know, you English people, I think you just don't have a good word for that. All right, yeah, democracy in action. We have one vote for meeting, one vote for someone else, and one vote for shrug, which I forgot. Sorry about that. All right. So, imaginary viewer on YouTube, but not participating in the chat. If you're there now, if you're there, this is your moment. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to swoop in and save the day and do something against the gridlock of politics we are all stuck in. You can now force a decision and get those people up there to do something about your problems. But you won't, because that's how the world works, and that's precisely what the Magi intend to change. Isn't that nice? Well, I think I'm going to cut to the meeting then. The Krimbel says, I'm so sorry, I really don't know. You never need to be sorry for not knowing. It's fine. The world would be so much nicer if everyone who doesn't know would just admit it. Something else that never happens to me. No, funny. But yeah. Let's go with this, because I wanted to make a joke and now I'm going to make a joke. Germans are not very good at making jokes, which I'm about to demonstrate to you. Look at this. This is my joke. Woodgabler did offer them coffee after all. Maybe because she'd forgotten by the time they'd reached her office. Maybe because she was just too polite to follow through on her threat. Epiphany says, everyone I know from Germany has a wonderful sense of humor. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Sam, intern, was polite enough to not repeat their I don't want to say insult again. Disdain, critique, criticism. I'm going to search for a word, I'm sorry. I'm going to start with disdain and see where that leads me. No, how that doesn't work anymore. We need to do it like this. Here we go. You don't see that, but I'm using the thesaurus now. Weirdly, this is not part of the screen grab I use. No idea why. I have the context menu open, and I'm looking at synonyms for disdain right now. Contempt, scorn, derision, disregard, hold in contempt, honest assessment. Yeah? You're right. That actually is the thing, but I want to. I think I want to use another word in this case. Upset, slight, rudeness, slur, offend, affront. Maybe affront would be good. Offense, rudeness, slur, slight, praise, criticism. I'm going to look for criticism too. Criticism, no. analysis, assessment, evaluation, account, review, appraisal. Maybe we can go in the direction Epiphany provides, but not quite. To not repeat there, let's go with assessment of the care facilities. No, you can see that, right? Yeah, you can see the proposal by word which I'm being offered right now. You can see that. Facilities. Now I'm gonna use the word because it's a funny word. I have a great sense of humor. Of the care facilities, refreshments. But just sad. Thank you. I am already very enthusiastic about this. Munira herself. Now this is important. This is important, so I think we should have a poll about it. Poll. What does Munira ask for? Question mark. New line. First. A. That doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use that anyway. I'm gonna do it differently. Sorry. Here we go. The name was interpreted correctly by my speech recognition, so that's something. That's nice. Yeah, well. Nothing. New line. Coffee. New line. Tea. New line. Water. New line. Soft drink. It is.
Yep.
New line. Cocoa. New line. Something else, open bracket, please specify in comment. Close bracket. Let's go with if you feel like it. So let's go with that. Transfer. Here we go. So what does Munira ask for? And now we need the emoji. That will take a while, but I'm trying to do it quickly, I promise. All right, nothing. Nothing is the thumbs down, of course. The thumbs down is what I said, but I did the other thing. Thumbs down. Here we go. The next one, coffee. That's easy, because I think there is an emoji for that, right? Yeah, here we go. Coffee. Tea. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot juice. I need juice. You couldn't even stand the juice. Water. Soft drink. It's a weird word, isn't it? That's I didn't see. I wanted to spare you. I wanted to spare you actually enumerating all the soft drinks there are. So I have my limits somewhere. But how do I do that? Sparkle? Is that something? No. Drink? Maybe like that. It doesn't matter. Not that important. So. Is there a cocoa emoji? I thought there was one, but maybe not. No, there's not. Let's just go with chocolate then. Everyone likes chocolate, even if it's just an emoji. Something else. something else. Something else. Let's go with this. Or maybe I have an even better one. But I just said, ah yeah, juice, right? The juice. The juice. She asks for the juice. Oh, damn it. Sorry, I clicked wrong. I'm confused. I need to add the juice. You have a right to the juice. I'm going to give you the juice and nothing but the juice. I'm going to stop this now. This is getting... Oh, no. If I type fruit, there's a kiwi, and I don't want to use the kiwi emoji because that can lead to all kinds of difficult topics. Actually, they're not difficult, they're just unpleasant, sorry. Let's go with, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Pineapple is a good fruit. I think it's okay, right? Nobody has used the pineapple yet.
I don't know, but
well, someone probably has, but let's not overthink this. No. Let's not start overthinking this now.
no.
I think we're on the exact right level of thinking about this. Let's not overdo it. So now I need to find all the emoji. First off, nothing. That's easy. That's the thumbs down. Then we have coffee. That's also easy. That's the slightly darker liquid. Then there's tea, which is the slightly greener liquid, I think. Then we have water, that's the slightly bluer liquid, which is not in a cup. Oh, sorry, I added the rabbit. You can click the rabbit if you like. The rabbit is fine too. We like the rabbit. You just shouldn't drink from it. It's the forbidden juice. Don't do that. Keep your hands off the forbidden juice, please. Where's the soft drink? There's the soft drink. It's a tropical drink, but that counts. Cocoa. Where's the cocoa? The cocoa. I can't find. There. Horrible. We don't want to turn this into a horror story, so there has to be chocolate. Juice. Juice. You deserve the juice from me. But where is it? The juice can be hard to find, you know? Truly. Where is it? It's gone. It's not in the list, I think. I need to find it again. I will pick up my sword of juice and go searching for the juice. It gets funnier every time I do it. Did I detect a slightly sarcastic undertone there? I hope not. I surely hope not. Where is the something else is here. And now we're done. How about a chai latte, says Epiphany. Well, that would fall under the umbrella of something else, I think. But let me look it up. Is there a chai? I don't think there is a chai emoji, so I will... No, we will need to... But there are a lot of wheelchair emojis. God damn it, I didn't know. That's nice. I thought there were only 2, because right then when I looked, I found only 2. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counting that symbol. You know, that pictogram, that thing, the blue one. That's nice. They could be better. I'm just saying it's nice that there are so many. Not that the individual symbols are perfect. So yeah, Epiphany, the chai latte would fall under the umbrella of the... Although, of course, you could also count it as a tea and then ask for that, and I think you did, because that's your vote. Yeah, so now, that's... people, I love this. This is democracy at work again. We have 1 vote for nothing, 1 vote for the tea, and 1 vote for the cocoa.
What did you expect?
Let's go with the cocoa then, because that's unusual. That's something that's associated with children and thus abhorred by people who don't consider themselves children anymore, but only it's still close. So it's unusual for Munira to ask for one. Let's go with that. Let's go with the cocoa. Why not? I don't know. Now I feel like having a poll again. Epiphany says, I approve of Coco. It was my second choice. Very good, very good. Now I just think maybe I almost feel like having a poll again. Yeah, come on. What the hell? They are free. Poll. Does Munira ask for Coco verbatim? Question mark? Because I'm gonna type it too, but in case you're wondering what I'm going on about, I'm thinking she might ask for a hot chocolate, because that doesn't sound like she's 6. Which is not something bad in my view, but it might be in hers. Which is basically what I'm asking you. So, let's go with the Coco. Where is it? Come on, show me the emoji. Give them. It doesn't do it. The emoji. No, I can't. So here we go. Let's go with, I don't know, maybe, how about this? No. Let's do it like this. Oh, clicked wrong again, but we're co. And the alternative. What do we have here? Soon. Don't worry about it. We will be finished soon. Here we go. Hot chocolate. And then, of course, another term for the same thing. Please specify in comment if you feel like it. Close bracket. Here we go. And now I'll add the emoji, which should take a lot less time than with the poll before, which for some reason got a bit out of hand. Alright, last poll for today. I'm putting the decision right in your hands. You have the power here. This is the live stream where you can actually make the big decisions, not like those fake interactive stories I started talking about and then forgot all about. Maybe you can listen to me reminisce about those interactive books next time. Okay, everyone is in favor of hot chocolate. That's a very clear decision. Thank you for that. I think that's a satisfying ending of our live stream. I enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Hot chocolate. Because she felt a sudden craving for something. Sorry, I don't like repeating the word like this, but I don't see a reasonable alternative. And
Coco.
yeah, I could just have her say Coco, right? Why didn't I think of that? Let's go with it.
That's the second.
Craving for no, but she's not craving cocoa. She's craving chocolate, but there is none. And this was the only plausible way she thought. Or maybe we'll go with a snippier explanation. But that doesn't work either, right? Maybe like this, because she did not feel this was the kind of situation where she could reasonably ask for a Twix. Let's go with that. Done for today. That was nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a joy to moderate, and I loved working with you, and I hope you'll tune in next time when we once again try to pick a drink and get to the juice. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!